Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the rinks here in Hot Pog as we're set for Suffolk County High School Hockey League action. 2 games on the docket tonight. The middle game of the originally scheduled 3 has been canceled. We'll get to that in just a moment. But the first of 2, developmental hockey between the East Islip Black and Sachem Braves. We'll get things started with the East Islip Chiefs. It's kind of a battle of 2 teams so far here in the early going this season that are on different trajectories here early on. The Chiefs 0-4 to start the year, still looking for their first victory, their first point last time out. They're getting closer. Some tough battles here. 5-3 though against KPC last time out. It was James Penny with the goal and an assist, and that one Declan Grieve got the start in that last game, and they'll look to turn things around here today against a Sachem Braves team that is undefeated, 4-0 in first place. Their last game, a very tight one, 6-5 over Northport Huntington Gold, a game in which they led by 3 in the latter stages of the third period, and Northport Huntington nearly evened that game up. But leading the way was Mason Lovergene with 2 goals and 1 assist, as well as Jackson Zub, and Santino Amarada let up 5 goals but picked up the victory for the Braves. Warm-ups just concluding here on the North Rink. We'll step aside for a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the national anthem, starting goalies, and puck drop. Don't go anywhere. You're tuned in to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League right here on the LI Sports Network. National anthem check, starting goalies, and puck drop coming up next here between East Islip and Sachem. And we kick things off with the goalies, and looking for East Islip, it's number 50, Declan Grieve. Back-to-back starts, 5.75 goals against. We did mention his record. He has started every game so far this season. So, of course, that will match the team record. He is looking for his first win. On the other side, same story. Santino Amarada getting his 5th start of the year. 4.75 goals against, but he is yet to lose a game along with his team. Strap in for 2 games here tonight on the Saturday slate here at the rinks. Developmental hockey. Chiefs in the road black. Braves in the home white. Puck down, we're underway. And the opening faceoff controlled by Sachem. And now available in neutral ice. Atkins will get there for the Braves. Off the stick of Zub. And right back to Atkins. Mentioned first of 2 games tonight. If you were expecting that middle freshman game between St. Anthony's and West Islip, that game has been canceled, I believe. On the website, it looks to be a forfeit loss for St. Anthony's, as in comes Penny for East Islip. Centering pass picked off. And Atkins has had the puck a lot here in the opening minute. Moves it out to Finnemore. And now Zub takes the puck, starts up ice. Great stick there on the back check by Nico Walton. To the near side it comes. Lucas Long couldn't get the pass through. It comes back to him. Finnemore on to Zub. Jackson Zub has had himself a fine start to the year. 3 goals, 8 assists coming into this one. One of the top point getters, just 2 behind Mason Lovergene for the team lead here early on. Around the boards it goes, waiting on Eddie Brace, but stepping in front of him was Connor Ivers for at least a moment before Brace was able to find the puck and move it out. Daniel Henn keeps it moving. And sent right back down the ice pass. Henn, Ivers has a beat on it. He'll get there first. Take it behind the net. Overskated it a bit. Can't find the puck on the kick plate. And now potential 2-on-1 here. Here's Lovergene trying to do it himself. He's forced to the outside. And swing and a miss. Maintains his balance though. Stays with it. And now he eye clears. And here's Ivers. Ivers with a step down the wing. Takes the shot. Goes high off the glass. It's the second time on this shift that Connor Ivers has had an opportunity. Lovergene sweeps it out. Fast-paced start to the hockey game here. Just 2.5 minutes in. Brady Campbell, Rowan Lonick on the camera tonight. With you from the rinks as this is offside against Sachem. Face off here just outside of the zone. Zub will take it against Irizarry, and Zub won it forward initially, now helped out by Atkins, who scores! First shot on goal for either side, I believe, here tonight. Finds the back of the net, and Sachem strikes first. Jesse Atkins right off the face-off. Just a wrister, maybe a little bit of traffic. But he sneaks that one glove side. Past Grieve. Exactly the start that the Braves were looking for here. So they look to stay undefeated. Still a long ways to go here in this one. Fossa couldn't hold it in. Atkins, here he is, and he'll just fire it in deep, delayed offside. Braves will touch up. Schmalacher. Being watched by Beltran. Beltran. Checked by Irizarry. Schmalacher in to help. Comes to the near side. Avery Walsh has some room to skate. Brings it out to center. Walsh checked off her stick and back out all the way down. Foot race, or will we get an icing? It looks like we'll get an icing. As they rule, Sachem sent it down. 11:32 left first period. Looks like Atkins' goal unassisted. That's already his 4th on the year. Face off to the left of Amarada. And it goes right on goal. He keeps play moving and then had to make another save. He might want to rethink that one here if it comes his way again. But he was alert and made that save on the rebound, as the first player to it was in the black jersey, as the faceoff goes to the corner. Collins clears. Deflected, no icing this time. Here's Henry Sepulveda. Deflected down the ice by Patrick Penny. First one on it here, Camden Collins. Banks it down the ice. Sepulveda again, D to Hay. Caleb Hay off a stick. Regaseo intended for Penny. First one there is Hen. Penny does a great job blocking that pass off along the boards. And will try it again and keeps it moving. Here's Russo. Kylie Russo will dump it in, heads after it. Sepulveda will beat her to the puck in the corner. Overskated it though. Stays with it. And Russo back checking Sepulveda. Feeds a pass through, goes all the way down though, misses everyone. That's an icing. So as we mentioned, that middle game scheduled for 8 p.m. tonight. West Islip and St. Anthony's freshmen is canceled. And it looks like a forfeit by St. Anthony's. So the win will go to the West Islip Lions in that one. So if you were preparing to tune into that one, we apologize. And then the 9:30 approximately p.m. puck drop. Keep an eye out. It could start a little earlier for a final game here tonight than KPC versus Middle Country freshmen, as this is an icing and the face-off will come all the way down. .10-12 left here in the opening period. Back and forth, not a whole lot of chances towards the goal just yet for either side. The only shot on goal for Sachem is found the back of the net, and that was Atkins, who just passed the puck out to center. This is James Penny. Takes a big collision. Both he and Lovergene spill down to the ice. Zub back in. Zub, nice drag. Zub brings it to his back end right through the slot. Doesn't see anything. Goes up top for Fussa. Fussa settles, walks in, wrists one on goal, swallowed up and held by Declan Grieve. Couple changes here for both sides. New defensive pairing for Sachem. Regaseo will enter for East Islip. And Ivers wins the face-off off the stick of Ryan and out. Hunting it down, Liam Ryan. Dangerous pass there. Worked out though for Sachem. And here they come. Fired in by Brace. And he'll head off for a change. Lovergene in on the forecheck with Zub. The two top point getters so far early on for Sachem this season. On their top line, Hen had his stick checked as he went to let it go. Zub stays with it. Zub dances around Penny. Zub takes a shot. Grieve may have gotten a piece, and it went wide. Hen, puck up in the air, holds it in for a moment. For an extra moment as well. Now it comes out. Here's Ivers one-on-one. Ivers to the backhand, takes the shot, followed off by Amarada. Not an easy read for a goaltender. Amarada stays with it though. Another try towards the front, stick save, and he pounces on it. You can see there, it looks like one of the defensemen for Sachem goes for a change. Ivers just trying to open himself up for any type of shot there, and a little bit of a sneaky backhander, but the blocker save made. This is Atkins. Held in by EI. Puck feathered behind the goal, comes to the near side. Penny on it. Shot popped up in the air. Fussa kept it moving. It's pinballing around here. Who's going to get on it? EI does for a moment. And then taken away by Captain Camden Collins. Just saying that 5 times fast. Here's Beltram. Beltram held up by one of the EI Chiefs. That's Schmalacher who spilled down to the ice. Centering pass off the stick of Grieve. Patrick Penny now as Fussa spilled down to the ice. Penny trying to dance around Collins. Does find it in his skates, and then Collins took him into the glass. That allows Atkins to keep things moving. Couldn't quite clear, though. Second try will do the job, and I believe game's first penalty coming up against East Islip here, as Collins got knocked to the ice. Patrick Penny will go. Elbowing the call. First power play of the game to the Braves with 7.5 remaining, half a period remaining in the opening frame. Zub will take the offensive zone draw. Goes back to the point. Shot misses. Comes around to the near side. Zub races to it. Has Ryan behind him. Moved it towards the circle. Picks it back up. Zub dancing to the slot. Takes a shot off a skate and wide. Big rebound off the end boards. Played to the corner. Ryan waiting for it there. Takes the shot. James Penny gloves it down, but Zub took it from him. Zub dancing around towards the blue line. Now feeds it into the corner. Walsh fires it around. Back to the blue line it comes. Great box out there by Hen. Hen fighting through a couple checkers. Fires it wide. Zub once again. Like an Energizer bunny out there every time he picks up the puck. Up and down the neutral zone, and of course in the attacking end as well. Pass to Ryan, a bit too far in front of him. He takes a shot towards the goal. Hops the stick of Russo. She gets on it at the half wall. Russo has some room. Takes the shot. Save made by Grieve. Penny will take an icing at this point and gets even better than that. No icing here. And a big important change for East Islip with 40 left on the man advantage for Sachem. Lovergene will skate it in. Takes a big check. That time by Walsh. Back the other way. Ivers, a defender, stumbles down. Ivers from the outside, floats it wide. Comes all the way back out to center. Chiefs don't mind that. Kusak's pass to Penny couldn't quite be handled. And I believe it's a delayed penalty, it looks like, here against Sachem. As Grieve goes to the bench, we get the whistle. And we get the call. Slashing. Ten seconds of 4-on-4 hockey here before a power play for the Chiefs. It'll be Atkins going to the box. It was icing, though, so the face-off will come back to just outside the East Islip zone. That's a tough break there for the Chiefs. And Sachem wins the draw, so they'll try to eat up as much clock as they can. About to go short-handed. Out of the box comes Patrick Penny, and it's now a power play for East Islip. Puck in their own end, though. Ivers got to keep an eye on him. He could sneak past the defense, as we've seen a few times already. Now it's Hen, though, short-handed, draws a penalty. His stick got caught up. And he drew the call, and a very brief power play that time as Cusack heads off. About 18 seconds before that penalty. It's a hook. 5:13 left in the opening period. And now there's a lot more ice to work with here these last few minutes. Coaches probably not the biggest fans of how this game's playing out right now. Beltram gave it up. Ivers gave it away to Hen. Beltram just sweeps it right through the slot. Here's Penny. Zub stepped up on him. Penny went down. He took the puck away. Great recovery by the Chiefs, and here they come. Potential 2-on-1. Penny ahead to Ivers. Ivers has a lane. Down the slot save, Emirata. And he jumps on the rebound. Great heads-up play there by James Penny. This basically turns into a partial breakaway here for Ivers. Can't beat Emirata, though. Hasn't been tested too much here, but he's looked good so far. Zub right off the draw. Starts ahead with it, knocked off his stick by Penny. Zub gets around Penny. Here's Walsh behind the net. Just feeds it back out to center. 30 seconds before Sachem goes on the brief power play for about 30 seconds. Ryan off the glass. Penny gets to it. Feeds it back out. Beltran waiting for it there. On to Zub. They're onside over the line. Zub trying to get through Penny. Good defensive stick. Fighting through a check that time, and doing so was Walton. Now Long fights his way into the attacking zone. Sachem now on the power play for about 30 more seconds. Having trouble clearing their own end, though, as Walton delivers a hit in the open ice. Puck just tied up at the kick plate. Hay will move it lower, but then it's cleared out. Just 5 seconds left, though, on the player advantage for Sachem. 2 seconds and one dangerous pass there. It works out, though, for EI. There's Irizarry with the feed. And they're trying to complete a change. Atkins doesn't want to let him. Back in, Atkins. Good defensive stick by Eli Irizarry. And he tries it from the corner. Big rebound. Finamori didn't get much on it. Finamori centers it off the outside of the net. Kylie Russo centers, picked off by Hay. And Regaseo off the boards and out. 2.5 left here in the first period. Atkins has to hustle back on it. Irizarry with a sweeping poke check. Towards the blue line it comes. Hay will hold it in. Finamori couldn't fight it out. Had some help from Collins. Irizarry hit his own teammate Iliano there. And Finamori now back in. Finamori tried to feed it through, could not. Forecheck pressure, though, of Sachem. Forces a turnover back to neutral ice. Atkins wraps it around the boards. Under 2 minutes left. The Braves touch up. Russo in to intercept, but second try gets it through. Regaseo fights it out to center. Atkins will wrist it back around the boards and in. 100 seconds left in the period. Henn with what looked like a keep in for a moment, and then he brought it back out, and it's offside. Ivers and Zub to take the face-off right here. And Ivers just whacks it forward. Ryan gets to it. D to D for Fussa. Fussa, dangerous play. Was just able to get it through the forecheck of Godoldik. This time it's cleared out by EI. Ryan will hustle back on it. Takes a look at the clock. Amarada barking out orders as it's moved around the board. Cusack stumbles down. 1 minute left in the period. Still 1-0 Sachem. Zub looking for another. Ivers checks his stick as he wraps it around the boards. Brace left it back for Zub. Zub tried to center off a skate and behind the net. Lovergene wrap try, and Grieve was at his post. Cusack gets it out to center. Skied right back in, and Walsh gets to it. Walsh, look out. Ivers was behind the defense. This will be offside against Sachem, as there was a collision right in front of the bench involving Walsh, and it looked like Brace. Both pop up. 29.2 left in the period. Ivers tries to go forward with it, nearly brought it with him. Instead, Sachem sends it in. Walsh down the ice, could be an icing, looks like it will be. And so it's 17.2 left in the period, an offensive zone face-off for the Sachem Braves. Bouncing puck, Lovergene to the point. Atkins, backhand try, slowed up behind the goal. Out to the point it comes. 7 seconds. Ivers takes a look at the clock, just feeds one down the ice, stopped by Amarada, and that will do it for period number 1. Several chances for both sides. Only one finds the back of the net. That came just about 2.5 minutes in. Jesse Atkins unassisted has the 1-0 lead for Sachem. We'll be back momentarily with the second period for developmental hockey for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. We are back for the second period of play on LI Sports Network. 1-0 lead for Sachem over East Islip at the developmental level at the rinks for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. Brady Campbell with you alongside Rowan Laddick on the camera. Declan Grieve headed towards his crease as we're set to start the second period. Team switch sides, 15 minutes on the clock. In a tight checking game in that first period. The opening goal on the first shot on goal from Atkins has the 1-0 lead for Sachem. Back they come. Collins backhands one towards the goal. Knocked away from him. Bouncing puck off the apron. And it's fed out to center by Landon Flanagan. Penny. Patrick now for James. 15-14, and 14 fires it around. Long, reaching for it, knocks it out to center. And a collision, and Yanni went down for Sachem. Another collision sends Patrick Penny down to the ice. Ryan trying to shake free of the forecheck, provided by Lucas Long. Keeps it moving. Clark Beltram out to center, rides the glass. Hits Beltram on the noggin. Although it's ruled a high stick. Not sure if they call that Beltram. I didn't see a stick up in the air, but I'm not the one making the calls. And the face-off will come back down near Sachem. Their goaltender, Santino Amarada, not particularly busy in that first period, though Dylan have a couple tough stops. Mostly on the guy taking the face-off, number 13, Connor Ivers. Atkins Gets it past Sepulveda and down the ice. And it's icing. One minute played here in the first period. Second period of the first of two games. Here's Zub. Zub trying to knife his way right through. He gets around one, trying to get through Sepulveda. Keeps him to the outside, but he scores! Jackson Zub, his fourth of the season as he sneaks it 5-hole on Declan Grieve. It's 2-0 Braves. Good job by Sepulveda, keeping him to the outside. Didn't get a hold on that shot, but was able to fool Grieve just enough with it. And a big goal for Sachem as they take now a multi-goal lead early on in the second. Zub saw the lane and he went for it. Paid off for him. Here's Walsh. Good stick that time by 76 in white. Zub fighting his way through. Tried to throw one towards the net. It was blocked. Ivers couldn't bring the puck with him. Russo knocked off his stick. Cleared down the ice by Cusack. First one on it. Ivers. Atkins gets back. Ivers, tough angle try. Fallen off by Amarada. To the left point it goes. Hustling over Schmalacher. But Russo able to get it past him and back out to center. Schmalacher lifts the stick of Russo. Cusack in to help. Zub finds it though. And here he comes again. Good stick by Ivers. He'll just backhand it in. Walsh gets to it. Nice pass looking for Ivers. May have gotten the piece. No icing. Face off. Will go back down the East Islip zone. That pass connected. Would have had close to a breakaway at least. Atkins may have been able to catch him. Both teams, though, will make wholesale changes here. Beltran will take the face-off for Sachem, and he will do so against Eli Irizarry. That pass, Aaron gets past Hen. Hen will skate back on it. Takes his time, swoops behind the goal. Pass his teammate Brace, but Brace fights through. And now a 3-on-3 rush up the ice. Beltran can't find it in his skates. Lovergene in to help. Brace took a bump. James Penny, that puck wouldn't settle down for him, still won't. Just tries to move it. Brace intercepts though. Centering pass. Beltran in alone. Stopped by Grieve. A broken play as the puck would not settle for James Penny. And it nearly ended in disaster for East Islip as Braid just sweeps it towards the goal. And all alone, Beltran. Huge stop for Grieve. Brace fend on that shot attempt. Here's Penny. Banks it ahead, now gives it a run. Hen trying to fight him off. Penny on it. Penny denied by Amarada. He tried to sneak it 5-hole. Liano's pass picked off. Back ahead comes Beltran. Knocked off his stick. Lovergene on to Brace. Brace missed the net wide. Beltran gets to it. Goes up top to Hen. Hen. Lovergene. Nice move. Got it through. Beltran, what a left toe save. Kicked out the left flipper. Did Declan Grieve. Had to fight through traffic to find that one. This is Daniel Hen. As East Islip completes the change, he just feeds it into the attacking zone. And Beltran, the first one on it. He's had a good shift here. He's separated from the puck, however, by Walton. Cleared out by Irizarry. He takes a bump. This could be a penalty upcoming. So we get the whistle. And the roughing call. And to the power play, I believe will go East Islip, and they will. It's against Hen. Trying to get on the board. Down 2-0 here, early second period. Face-off will be to the right of Santino Amarada. And it's fed out in front. They score! Oh, that was quick. It's Patrick Penny right off the face-off. A power play goal makes it 2-1. Right off the face-off, kicks around, just fed towards the front. Penny chopping at it, just able to chip it over that blocker of Amarada. Huge goal for the Chiefs. Right back in it, 10:22 left, second period. Here's Zub. Running off the puck, Collins comes in to help. Nice move by Zub, throws it on goal. Right pad save that time by Grieve, and some extracurriculars after the play. It's another look at that last save, that left toe save by Grieve, which kept this game a 2-goal game at the time, and now it's down to 1. Beltran just with the turnaround shot here. May have been going wide. It was going right at that post. Great save there. .10:08 left in the second. Ivers and Hay get the assists on the Penny goal. Sachem wins the faceoff. Shot doesn't make it through. Both Sachem goals tonight unassisted. This guy right here is one of them. The first one, Atkins. He sweeps it around the boards. Zub will let it go. Fussa over skates. Zub looked like he wanted to go for a change. Now picks up the puck. Just flips a backhander over the goal. Swept out to center. Penny giving it a run. Atkins kept it away from Long. Down the ice goes the puck. Fussa will get to it. Gets around one. Tries to shake free of another. Move the puck. Here's Atkins. Atkins trying to step through. Great stick that time by Walsh. Fussa knocked off his stick. Atkins blew a tire at the blue line. Still able to win the puck battle, but looks like he was offside here on the near side. Tripped right over the blue line. Beltran and Ivers to take the draw, and Ivers goes forward with it again. He likes that move. Almost worked out for him. Oh, that was almost numbers down low. But Hen was able to take it away from Cusack. Hen back in. Hen on the back end. Hen tries to stuff it forehand. And the puck slid off his stick. He had a teammate there with him. It was Russo. Couldn't get it home. Ivers walking in. Fires wide. Looked over his shoulder. He knew Hen was closing in. Maybe a little bit of a rush shot. Still a good look. Back comes Sachem. Russo. Finamore chopping at it. Couldn't get it through. Russo. Off of one of the Sachem players. Down goes Ivers. Penalty upcoming against the Braves. Back to the power play goes EI. They're 1 for 1. on at least a full power play. The first period had several penalties back to back for both sides. But their last power play, they scored just about 5 seconds into it. And Patrick Penny lined up in that same right wing position. Ivers to take the draw. This time, Braves win it back. Comes to the blue line though. Walsh holds it in. Walsh gets it through. Left pad save. Amarada was able to find it through traffic. Centering pass picked off. Skated ahead. And Fussa able to clear. Zub going to work on the attack shorthanded. Joseph Fussa doing a great job. Now Zub down the wing might have a look. Zub was still able to fight it on goal and he scores. Very similar looking play to his first goal. And it's 3-1 Sachem. This time he had a few checkers on him and was just able to fight one on goal. And once again, a sneaky shot there as his stick was checked. Didn't get a lot on it, but got it 5-hole on Grieve. That is a crucial goal in this game. A chance to tie it on the power play. Now they find themselves down 2 and just trying to get it back within 1. Long discussion here with the officials. And it looks like we're ready to drop the puck. And here comes Zub again. Short-handed. Takes a quick shot that went wide. Lovergene. 5th goal of the season for Jackson Zub. And the turnover right in the slot. Scores! It is a second period hat trick for Jackson Zub. Back-to-back short-handed goals. Gloves that down, says thank you very much. Another tough shot there through the 5-hole, it looked like, of Grieve. He's got the last 3 for Sachem, a team natural hat trick. He scored 3 of the 4 total goals here in the middle frame. And this is the last thing that East Islip wanted here on their power play. Ivers ahead for Penny as they look to respond. They still have a minute left on it. Ivers over the line. Drops it. Penny. Couldn't get it through Hen. Collins. Stick lifted by Penny. Patrick Penny tried to feed it ahead. It went through the stick of Walton, who stayed with it. We get a penalty, I believe, behind the play here. Hooking the call. And this is against Sachem. 30 seconds of 5-on-3 hockey. And this is perhaps the most crucial juncture of this game. Played just over half a hockey game, 6:46 left here in the second. 2 short-handed goals for Jackson Zub, has Sachem now ahead 4-1. But East Islip with a chance to get at least 1, if not 2 here, quickly right back. They have 20 seconds left before it becomes a 5-on-4. Held in at the point. Ivers walks down. Nice move. Ivers towards the slot. Swept it towards Penny. He was on the wrong side of him. Penny holds it in. Atkins takes it away. It's now 5-on-4. Walton. Good vision. Long. Stumbles down. Moved it to Walton. Tries to center. Picked off by Atkins. Couldn't get it through Long. Second try and he clears. Here's Ivers. Down the ice it goes. Atkins waiting on it. Just try to hammer it down the ice. James Penny got in the way of it though. Ripped around the boards, gets through Long and down the ice. Here's Brace. Brace, short-handed try Flipped it right through the top of the crease, and he's shaken up behind the play as he lost an edge when crashing into the end wall. Got a whistle here. 45 seconds left on the power play. For East Islip, the hooking call against Liam Ryan. And the trainer will come out to check on Zub. Well, excuse me, Brace. Hopefully Brace is okay. We'll step aside for a quick break. We'll be right back here on LI Sports Network. Eddie Brace back to his feet, skates to the bench. And will probably get looked at there as well. Has his helmet off, sitting next to the backup goalie tonight for Sachem. And we'll keep an eye on him. Good sign, though, that he was able to get back to his feet and skate off. Always tough collisions there against the boards. 45 seconds left. Of the East Islip power play. 5.5 left here in the middle period. Faceoff will be just outside of the Chiefs zone. Now trailing 4-1. Ivers goes forward with it. Fussa kept it away from him. Here is Ivers. Trying to go skate to stick. Has a mini 2-on-1 down low. Penny going to the goal. Lost it. They scored! Right back in it. It is another power play goal for Nico Walton this time. It's 4-2. So he was trying to work his way to the slot. He had Penny again on that far side. It's poked off his stick, but Walton just follows it up. And Amarada leaning towards his left. Couldn't get back in time. And a huge goal for the Chiefs. Get them right back in the hockey game here in the latter stages of the second period. Hen skates back with it. Irizarry applying the pressure. Hen off the boards. This is Hay. Popped off his stick. Yanni has to wait for Zub to touch up. Yanni. Zub. Got through Regaseo, but not Irizarry. Down the ice it goes. D to D. Hayes got to move it quickly. Zub picked it off and held it in. Zub down the slot. Zub gets around one, then gets tripped up. Draws a penalty here, and now back to the power play goes Sachem. A tripping call. Four and a half left. Tough break there for Sepulveda as he'll head off. An opportunity for the Braves to get that goal right back here. Trying to keep East Islip's comeback at bay. They've done a good job of it while shorthanded. On the back-to-back shorthanded goals, being shorthanded, a chance, and they score! 3 total shorthanded goals in this game, this time for East Islip, and it is Connor Ivers. Hen misplays this one a little bit. Ivers the steal. Back against the grain there on Amarada. Just inside that post. 4-3 now. Just 10 seconds into that Sachem power play. Beltram trying to respond. Knocked off his stick. Atkins holds it in. His shot blocked. Some newfound momentum here for East Islip as it goes on goal, and their goalie, Declan Grieve, will cover. Third shorthanded goal of this period. It was a 2-1 game. East Islip on the power play when Jackson Zub completed a second period hat trick with 2 shorthanded goals. And it was 4-1. And now it's 4-3 on the big shorthanded goal for East Islip. Just a little over a minute after they got an even strength goal to get back in the game. A very chaotic middle period of hockey. And here's Cusack, shorthanded by himself. Takes the shot, standing stop. Amarada almost handcuffed him a little bit, but he just pins it. .108 to go here on the men advantage. 3:42 left in the period, and now an offensive zone faceoff for East Islip. Point shot goes wide off the stick of Flanagan. Wrapped around the near side, hustling to it is Flanagan. He holds it in. Walton, who scored the second goal for EI tonight, is able to help as well. And then Beltram got hit by Walton. Walton hits the ice, though. The puck was under him and eventually gets kicked free. Collins trying to center. Slides all the way through. Overskated. Just 30 left on the penalty, and Flanagan will clear. Atkins from the blue line. His wrister wide. Stopped and held on that hard bounce off the end boards. Just under 3 minutes left in the second period. East Islip trying to make changes, and kind of last second changes, if you will. The referees instructing them as to who should be on the ice, and we're set now, and a shot blocked. And back out to center. East Islip again brings it ahead shorthanded. They didn't get very far, though, and Zub right back in. Zub to the backhand, just tries to feed it through. It hit a body and went wide. I believe Finamore in front. And this one gets past Ryan and out to center. And we're back to even strength. Huge kill for East Islip. They get the shorthanded goal as well from Ivers, and they're right back within one. Trying to take down the first place team here. 4-0 are the Sachem Braves. 0-4 are the East Islip Chiefs. And it's been a battle here throughout. There was still a lot of hockey left to be played, but you could really feel the momentum favoring Sachem after those 2 goals from Zub to cement the hat trick in the 4-1 lead. And right back come the Chiefs. Under 2 minutes left in the period. Can either team score an important goal before we hit triple zeros? Henn skates back on it. Has some time. Now draws the double and just backhands it to an open patch of ice in the neutral zone. Off the stick of Walton and down the ice. And Henn, first one on it. Penny on the forecheck. Took the puck away for a moment. Moved it behind the goal. Fussa checked hard into the boards by Irizarry. Walsh off the bench. Centers. Penny scores! We are tied! Avery Walsh off the bench, the defenseman, down to the half wall. Just centers it, it finds Patrick Penny. And he evens this game up with 1:11 left here in the second. And back they come again. Irizarry on goal, stopped by Amarada. Here's Atkins, 60 seconds remaining in period number 2. And there's the big goal we just mentioned. Is there time for one more? Atkins ices the puck. Penny from Irizarry and Walsh. Has the game tied up. Ivers' goal unassisted. Walton's goal assisted by Ivers. Trailing by 3. About halfway through this period. And we're going to have a heck of a third period on the way. Irizarry holds it in. All the momentum now with the Chiefs. Sachem just trying to get to the horn. Ogaseo helped out by Irizarry. Now it's Atkins. Skates it out. Numbers here potentially. Atkins is going to take it himself. A breakaway, and he scores. The Braves answer right back to regain the lead. It's the second of the game for Jesse Atkins. Looked like it'd be a 2-on-1, and then Sepulveda got caught. Atkins with just too much speed. Blows by him. And slides it 5-hole. That seems to be the scouting report on Declan Grieve tonight. He's played great. But many of the goals that have beaten him have gone through the wickets, down the ice, and it will be an icing. 6 seconds exactly on the clock. Offensive zone draw for East Islip. Now trailing once again by 1. And one of the wildest periods we've seen so far in the young season of Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Hockey. Does it have the cherry on top? Centering pass given away, and it slides just wide. Centering pass at the horn, and Sachem survives the second with the lead. Oh boy. Third period on the way next. 5-4 Sachem trying to hold on. 15 minutes to go here on LI Sports Network. Just 15 minutes left, regulation time, and if you're just joining us here for the start of the third, you missed a whirlwind of a second period. This game was 1-0, Sachem after the first. They were up 2-0, 2-1. 2 short-handed goals for Jackson Zub. He scored 3 straight for Sachem in that period. Here he's again, a big shot block there by Flanagan. Made it 4-1 about halfway through the period. East Islip storms back, a short-handed goal of their own. They tie it with about 2 minutes to go. And then the final minute, Jesse Atkins, second of the game on the breakaway, gave Sachem the lead in the dying seconds. East Islip oh so close to tying it, but here we are in the 5-4 hockey game. Around it comes to Hen. Hen couldn't hold it in. Ivers. Can he pull ahead? He will. Breakaway, Connor Ivers. Backhand. He scores. Second of the game, and we're tied again. Just able to outweigh Amarada, who played this pretty well. Slid it right past that right pan. Connor Ivers has his second, and we're level again. Here's Penny. Penny's had himself a night as well. Selling press, they score! First lead of the night for the Chiefs. Nico Walton with his second of the game. No one picks up Walton. Penny's able to get it to the front. He beats Amarana point blank. Picking up where the second left off. Is this third period of play? First lead change of the night as East Islip in front for the first time. And the forecheck once again. Here's Long. Throws it behind. Hen. Past everybody and back out. Here's Walsh. Walsh gave it away. Finamore back in. Throws it towards the net. Blocked by Walsh, and he got drilled by Long. Walsh. Bouncing puck. Long. He's going to skate it out. Just flips it on goal, takes a bump, steered away by Amarada. Gets past Walsh, and down the ice it goes. Zub flying in off the bench. Walsh able to keep it away from him. Up the boards it goes. Ryan tries to hold it in. Has some help from Zub. Walton finds it though and clears the zone. Connor Ivers, 2 goals, 2 assists. Patrick Penny has 2 goals. Nico Walton has 2 goals. Penny looking for the hat trick. It's a breakaway. Oh, he lost the handle. Tries to bank it in. Hit the outside of the goal. Another try. Couldn't get it through. Amarada was ready for the poke check there. Penny looked like he may have had him beat, but couldn't get it through. Zubin. Zub. Save. And the rebound swept away. Greaves' best stop of the night. Keeps his team in front. Zub may have tried to slide a 5-hole again, or at least stuffed that one around him. He didn't quite outweight Grieve. Grieve was ready for it, kicked the left pad out. This could be icing here against the Chiefs. It is. This is the save of the game right here, at least at this juncture. Who knows what the rest of these 12 minutes has in store. May have lost the handle just a little bit, but what a save by Grieve. Collins finds it. Goes down to the corner with it. Ragaseo just trying to get it out. Didn't get it quite far enough. Fussa holds it in. Beltram knocked off the puck, and we get a whistle. Interference. A penalty upcoming. First penalty here of the third period. It's been a penalty-filled game, and it is against. It's against East Islip. It's against Jack Iliano. And Sachem back to the power play with a chance to tie it back up. .11:38 left in the hockey game. Fossa. Back now to Hen. Hen just flips it on goal. A tricky one. But Grieve makes the stop and he gets the whistle. What a third period here from the rinks. Brady Campbell with you on the call, trying to catch my breath with every whistle. Rowan Loddick on the camera. Here at the rinks, clear down the ice by the Chiefs. A big one here, shorthanded, and it goes behind the net, and Penny's the first one on it, sweeps it out in front. Only Braves there, and they clear the way, and back comes Beltran. Ivers. Dangerous threat no matter what the manpower on the ice is. And Penny blocked that keep in and then took a big hit. He got collided into, did James. Here's Patrick Penny, scores! A short-handed goal, the second for EI tonight, and they have their first 2-goal lead of the game. The Penny brothers putting in the work on this play. James with the block, the hit at the blue line. Then the collision separated him from the puck, but that allowed brother Patrick to take it the distance, and that's a hat trick for Patrick Penny. Penny and Zub with a hat trick apiece on each side here tonight. And what is certainly a Game of the Year candidate so far. And now the number 1 team here in the opening month of the season finds himself down 2 goals, still 50 seconds on the power play, and 10.5 left in the game. One of their first real third period comeback attempts now on the young season. Zub bumped into his own player there, Atkins, who went down. Comes back to Ryan, shoots a few players spilled down. That allowed Grieve to see the shot perfectly. There was going to be traffic in front with James Penny and Mason Lovergene, but they took each other down, and that made the stop easier for Grieve. 28 seconds left here on the penalty. Zub off the face-off, puts it down low, 10 minutes remaining. Still got another one after this. Sachem, pass towards the front. Grieve trying to reach it, could not. It goes back behind the net. Ivers to the point, held in. Atkins is going to let it fly, and it's blocked. Avery Walsh getting in front of it, a huge block. She'll skate it out herself. We're back to 5 aside. It's offside. A great individual effort by Walsh to kill the remaining seconds of the penalty. East Islip gets through it. Not only did they get through it, they now have the lead. Penny from Penny, the insurance goal. Nine and a half remaining. Reminder coming up next here. Be about a 9:30 puck drop. Keep an eye out for it. Kings Park Comac, freshman against Middle Country. It's the second of the 3-game slate tonight cancel. Was another freshman matchup, St. Anthony's, a forfeit loss to West Islip. Now what a game here of developmental hockey. A chance, Collins, glove save, Grieve. Boy, is he really settling in at the perfect time here in the third period with his team in front, protecting a 2-goal lead. Seven to 5, East Islip. Collins, shot, pinballs around on goal, Grieve. Able to pounce on it, and we'll do it again. Quick line change here. Zub and Russo come out to the ice. Zub will take the face-off and win it. Fussa towards the goal. Knocked around in front. And Iani just couldn't reach it on the back door. Might have had an open net to look at. Zub with a nice move to hold it in. Knocked off his stick. Fussa just able to hold the line. Zub towards the goal. Blocked by Penny. Right to the slot for Russo. Turns around. Couldn't let it go. Sepulveda with the check. And it's banked off the boards, down the ice, clear, no icing. And Long will try and beat Fussa to the puck and does. Centers it. Only one there to clear it away. Was a Sachem player, and it was Daniel Henn. Walsh checked by Zub. Pass to Long now. Long from the center red, flips it in. Zub gets through one, works his way to the slot. Zub scores! And Sachem's back within one. It's the fourth of the game for Jackson Zub. Yeah, I had a feeling this one would come down to the wire. Zub with another great individual effort. This time goes up high over that right shoulder of Grieve. And Sachem back within the goal. Ivers trying to answer right back. Lost the handle, and it comes back out to center. East Islip looking for their first win of the season, now protecting a one-goal lead as we pass the halfway point of the third period. Desperately trying to pick up win number one and knock off the number one team. Ivers. Still a long season to go, but what this would do for the momentum of this Chiefs team would be astronomical. Here's Atkins. Down the ice, it gets by Hay, and likely an icing here it is. It's a close race, but at the Suffolk level, it does not matter. It's cleared down the ice with enough pace. From behind the red line, it's going to be an icing call. 6:55 remaining, face-off deep near Amarada. Zub from Henn, as Henn picks up an assist on that important goal for the Braves. Here's Atkins, he's got two tonight. Lovergene couldn't quite handle it. Pops off his stick. Mason Lovergene on a torrent pace to start this season. 11 goals, 2 assists coming in. He has been a little quiet here tonight, though. Been kept at bay. It has been the Jackson Zub show, though. And Atkins has made himself known as well. He's shot from the outside, similar to his goal that's got the scoring started here tonight. Big right pad save, and it's cleared out. Lovergene, no points here tonight thus far. He would love to change that. 6 minutes remaining. Penny back in. Penny shoulders off Ryan, tries to center. Ryan blocked the pass and lost a handle. Look out. Penny with the pass on goal. Atkins stopped it and nearly put it on goal. His own goal. Back in, Lovergene knocked off his stick by Penny. Ryan follows it up as Sachem completes a change. Giveaway, Long back the other way. Shot blocked. Fussa sweeps it out. Two Braves collide. That's Ryan and Zub. So by himself that time was Yanni. And Beltran by himself here. Beltran to the circle. Sweeps wide. Sepulveda got just enough of it. Then he centered off the stick of Grieve and out. Henn flips it ahead. Beltran gets around one. Drops it for Zub. Gotta keep an eye on him here late in the game. Shot on blocker saved by Grieve. 5 minutes remaining. Henn trying to hold the line, just able to do so. To the slot. Zub, double teamed, fights through it. Zub a drag, a shot, it deflected, and then another save by Grieve. That was a huge stop as he kicked out the left flipper on the shot by Zub that hit a man in front. Now pressure, Ivers nearly had the steal. See a lot of 76 in white the rest of the way here tonight. Zub over the line. To the outside, trying to center, could not. Picked off, Hay to the point, not out. Henn keeps it in. Behind the net it goes. Zub centers all the way across. Great check that time. Ivers trying to sweep it out. Could not. Hen holds it in. Hen to the slot. Saved by Grieve. Under 4. Centering pass. Yanni couldn't quite reach it. Fossa tries to step in. Great stick by Cusack, and he finally clears. Hen will bank it out. Here's Beltram, 2-on-2. Clark Beltram, shot glove side, missed. Zub. Not sure if we'll see him go back to the bench the rest of the way. Takes that shot wide. Ivers on it. Ivers. That's to shake free of Beltram. Beltram blocked the pass. Ivers with the stick lift. Beltram took the puck. Beltram down low, tries to center. Great defensive stick. Oh, Sachem tilting the ice here. Everything but the back of the net so far, and the Chiefs clear. As we approach 3 minutes on the clock. Have not had a whistle in a while as well. James Penny keeps it moving. Ivers back in. Trying to fight his way through. Long on the follow-up. Couldn't get it through. Here's Beltram. Makes a move. Then couldn't find the handle. It's followed up by Collins. And finally, as he flips one in, that's played away by Grieve. We get an offside whistle with 2:40 remaining. All the players on the ice go to the bench to catch their breaths here, and I believe we have a timeout call by Sachem. Wondering what do they have to do to get this game back to level. So they've had their chances on that last shift, but could not get this game knotted up at 7 just yet. Still 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. This game has given us just about everything. What more does it have in store? As our very own Ryan Brannigan say, we have squeezed this lemon and it's still giving us juice. What juice does it have left to give? I would say not much, but we saw halfway through the second period, it's 4-1 Sachem, and we saw a total of 4 goals. 3 straight for EI to tie it. Sachem grabbed the lead. And then 3 straight goals here in this third. In the first few minutes for East Islip to grab the lead, tie the game, grab the lead, and get the insurance goal, which is now the go-ahead goal as of right now after Zub responded with his 4th of the game. Out of the timeout, face-off outside the East Islip zone, flipped in. Zub knocked it down to the circle, feeds it across, they score! And we're back to tied, and you'll never guess who. Mason Lovergene. Quiet all night, tapping his stick. Zub finds him, and he's able to beat Grieve. And we are tied again with 2:29 left. And back comes Atkins. Atkins gonna take the shot, missed wide. Brace, pass picked off. Now Sachem's starting to feel the momentum back in their favor. Puck comes back out. Walton, Penny had a stick lifted by Lovergene. Still 2 minutes left. East Islip has to touch up. It's clear back for Penny. Patrick Penny. Long fanned on the pass, followed up by Nico Walton, looking for a path in, finds it, being watched by Lovergene. Walton, behind the net it goes. Penny will step up. Penny knocks it behind the net. Atkins gets there, and Atkins will just feed it back out to center. Sepulveda right back in. Chiefs will touch up. 90 seconds left in regulation time. Ryan to Atkins. Iani. Puck available. Penny finds it. James Penny splits two defenders down the wing on goal. Left pad save by Amarada. Off the bench, Ivers here in his final shift of regulation. It's put in deep. 60 seconds remaining in this thriller here at the rinks. Reverse to the near side. Up the boards. And out. Sachem with one of their final rushes. Here's Collins. Trying to get through Penny. Sepulveda on it. Gave it away to the near side corner. Collins. Back. Fussa steps up. Puck bouncing around. And it's chipped just away from the goal. 30 seconds left. Fussa. Can Sachem steal 2 points? Beltram's pass knocked away. Centering, and it's on the goal line! Sachem celebrating. What's the call? The officials will come together. 18.4 left. Quick whistle from the ref, but no signal and no goal. And we remain tied. And East Islip, by the skin of their teeth, stay level here at 7. That centering pass hit the stick of Grieve. He didn't know where it was. It was sitting right between his legs along the goal line. It was close. Puck looked like it was moving a bit too. Had some help behind him. And then the quick whistle from the ref. But a penalty as well. A penalty against Sepulveda here. And to the power play goes Sachem in the dying seconds of regulation. Fussa holds it into the corner, it goes. Penny just trying to clear and does. And now it's a foot race. Amarada out of his goal, 5 seconds left. He'll just leave it for a teammate, and why not? Some extra hockey here at the rinks. 7-7. The first place team and the 11th place team. Will Sachem stay undefeated? Will East Islip get their first win of the season? We'll find out next. We'll take a brief break. No, we won't. They're coming out quickly here for overtime. Not going to give us a chance to prepare here. It's a 4-minute overtime. It'll be a 4-on-3 for Sachem for a minute 42. And a golden opportunity to win this hockey game. They go with Lovergene, Zub, Atkins, and Hen. But it's cleared away by Ivers. 1 minute, 40 seconds on the penalty. Lovergene shakes free. Zub going to the goal. Spinning pass. Atkins finds it, whips it wide. Shot towards the goal, blocked down. Avery Walsh backhands it out to center. And here's Ivers, short-handed look. Ivers cuts back. Ivers, high shot misses. We've seen our fair share of short-handed goals for both sides. Ivers, puck available. Atkins just able to keep it away at the blue line. Powering towards the goal. Great stick by James Penny. A minute left on the power play. Penny clears. A minute into overtime. .40 seconds on the penalty. Hen gets the red line and just fires it around. Bouncing puck, Atkins stops it. Atkins the shot off the post. Zub digs it free. Does he have number 5? He does! A legendary performance and the game winner in overtime on the power play. Jackson Zub. Sachem remains perfect. And Zub just digs it free from the boards. Takes the stick of the defender with him. Didn't really seem to change the trajectory of the puck all that much, though. And oh my goodness. Game of the Year candidate at the very least. I might be biased, but that's certainly my pick for the Game of the Year. 8-7 in overtime. Sachem comes out victorious, and what a game by the East Islip Chiefs. Had the 1 seed on the ropes in the third period, up by 2. Several lead changes, several multi-goal leads that evaporated for both sides. And we have another game coming up. Reminder, it's approximately a 9:30 puck drop for Middle Country and Kings Park Comac at the freshman level. And we'll be back for that one in just a little bit. Thank you so much for tuning into this one, though. For Rowan Laddick on the camera, I'm Brady Campbell signing off. The final score in overtime, the Sachem Braves 8 and the East Islip Chiefs 7. Sachem stays perfect. East Islip will live to fight another day, still searching for their first win. Thank you so much for tuning in. You've been tuned in to Developmental Hockey for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League right here on LI Sports Network.